Do you fancy going to a sewing day? Come along and join in. Yesterday I went to Izzo Sew Sewing Day in Sheffield. Now I tested the Rivelin ruffle dress for Izzy a couple of videos back, and she texted me after halfway through doing these and said, Judi, I'm thinking of doing a sewing day, do you fancy coming along? So I said, actually I would, I'd really like to come along. And I thought, oh, Melanie had just lost her mum, and I said to Melanie, I was doing this, and would you like to go along with me? So we went along, and it was booked at a time when Melanie had, as I say, just lost mum and was in the middle of all the funerals. Yesterday my filming was a little bit haphazard, but Izzy went round everybody. Everybody in the room said they'd love to be part of the vlog if I got round to them. So the first people I met were a lovely group of sewers from the Sheffield area, and they were desperate to show me what they'd been making, and I thought, do you know, this could make a really lovely vlog. So let's cut to group one. Right, so what are we wearing? We are modelling
the Lupin jacket.
And would you like to introduce yourself?
Lizzie from Sheffield.
Lizzie from Sheffield is modelling the Lupin jacket by D&O. Is that not just music? We're worn over the Burnside bibs.
Oh yeah, the Burnside bibs, yeah.
So there you go. What an amazing pattern combo. So what have we got here?
Okay, so I've made off YouTube the Sew Sisters.
Oh!
These are the dungarees.
Is it their pattern?
It is their pattern, yes. So I'm not sure if it's got an actual name.
I love the fabric. Where have you found that? That's gorgeous.
The fabric is from Sheffield Market. They have a lovely African wax fabric store. Very reasonably priced. The lady loves it. I'm going to go down.
So am I going to have to go down?
You need to go.
I need to go to Sheffield Market, do I?
Yes.
I'm slowly getting into Sheffield. A prima top.
I think it's prima
Catherine. Hello, Catherine. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. I think I'm going to have lots. And what top are you wearing? Because I love it.
I'm wearing a prima, just from the magazine.
A prima top from the magazine.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. What are you making today?
I'm making a dress. Again.
I might actually get my sewing done eventually.
Again from the Prima.
So look at this
magazine.
Now, if you're those are people that are not in the UK, Prima is a magazine, and each month it comes with 3 patterns.
Yes,
used to have them where the patterns were hugely printed on big sheets, didn't they? And then they changed it, didn't they?
Double side.
Changed it.
So you do have to.
Yeah. And is this lady wearing a saltwater slip dress?
I am.
Let's have a look. I love it. Love the colours. Now, Rachel from Stitched Up, I think, is doing a saltwater slip sew along, so you might like to join that. That is beautiful. That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
What are you making today? Oh, your sewing machine's got a lovely tactile stroke groove to it, hasn't it? I love that. Oh, that's yours, isn't it?
I make it Simplicity S9114, the dress.
Oh, lovely.
But I'm going to make it a bit shorter.
Brilliant.
Don't want another long dress.
I'll carry on with this group. The next lady I'm going to show you was sewing in the most sustainable manner possible. She was using, as you will see, sheets. But as the day went through, I met somebody else from that group who was then making a pair of dungarees for a daughter-in-law out of an old curtain, because she wanted needle cord. So she said the best needle cord I could find were a pair of old curtains I'd got. But I just thought the ingenuity and the creativity of everybody in that room was just stunning. It's being so sustainable here. I've got to go for this. We've got a Prima magazine pattern, but we're making it out of bedding. So I'm bringing in on this because I think this is a really good thing to do, because we've all talked about waste, and if anybody saw Patrick's reel on Instagram this week, it was all about sustainable and doing and mending. And I'm now going to sew. What's the question we've got?
So the question is, the pillowcase is slightly darker for some reason than the quilt.
And how are we going to match it in? You could do it on the sleeves.
Yeah, that's what I was using it for, the sleeves.
Or you could just check to see if you could, on the scraps you've got from the bedding, whether you could alter the sleeves and alter the grain, so we can have a look at that for you if you want to.
I've cut it all out already. So
Don't worry.
yeah.
I think it's so striking that it will all fail into, it'll look fantastic anyway.
Right.
Look brilliant. So we were very fortunate, Melanie and I, in that we managed to find 2 tables that hadn't been taken opposite the most delightful new sewist called Kathy. And Kathy, if you're watching, I can't wait to get in touch with you and see you again. It was just the most wonderful time to spend the day with you. Kathy's a new to sewing lady, and she's been having lessons with Izzy in Izzy's sewing courses in Sheffield, and she's actually had some one-to-one tuition. And she was just lovely. She just wanted to learn. She just wanted to take part and to embrace the community that sewing can give. So let's just cut to the little bit of filming I did there where I talk about what it was that I made. Kathy, how are you going there, Kathy? We've got the alterations done. Are you happy now?
Yes, very happy.
Yes, Izzy and I have altered the dress that you were cut out because
Because I think that size 20 is way too big.
you are not a size 20, and we realised there were no sort of pattern, no finished measurements. And down here I've got Melanie, like the issues. Peeking over the top of the sewing machine, which is really new. Hello. You're on an angle as well. There you go. Finishing off Olivia's dress that we started a few weeks ago, and I am doing my Luz. I'm doing the combi shorts, which is French for play suit or jumpsuit. It's going to be a play suit because it's got shorts, which I'm going to be using. Hopefully, I might have a little holiday this summer. I'm not planning on anything yet, but you never know what might happen. And I'm having to be really careful because this fabric it's going to be tight because I've got to cut the front out twice and the back out twice because it's got a lining in the same fabric. I've also decided that there is a top and bottom to this fabric because I've been looking at these here and here and here. So in true sewing social form, there is a swap table. So I've put a pattern on and a couple of patterns on them. I've picked up a pattern for Melanie, but Lizzie from Sheffield has put on a CU at 6 fabric. So I'm swapping my fabric for a CU at 6 fabric. And you didn't like it, did you?
I felt it was too insipid for me. I was expecting it to be a darker colour, a more vivid colour,
But
like a coral, but it isn't. It's more salmony, but it looks lovely on you.
It looks lovely on me. It does, doesn't it?
Can't wait to see what you make with it.
Yeah, but you want to follow me now. You've got to join me on YouTube.
As well as Rachel and Sean, I will go.
Say hello to Rachel and Sean.
Hello, Rachel and Sean.
Hello, Rachel and Sean.
Yes,
you haven't? No.
Maybe I will one day.
You better say hello to the others as well, Tamlyn and Ruan. Hi there. Who I met earlier in the video, who'd made the Deer and Doe Lupin jacket, and oh my gosh, I've looked at that pattern, but actually seeing it made up has made me think that is definitely a pattern I need to put on my wish to-do list. Not a wish list, not a to-do list, but I think I might have a wish to-do list. I think we all need a wish to-do list. So the fabric, oh my gosh, look at this. Is that not just beautiful? And I thought it looked really nice next to Liz, but she didn't like it. But oh my gosh, I love it. And I'm going to make something because I will need something in the summer when I go away. More about that on another vlog sometime in the future. As everybody went out for lunch, I did a little wander around and met some very lovely ladies. So this is lunchtime at Sheffield Social. It's a massive room here that Izzy's got for us in the church. I'm just doing a bit of videoing for my vlog. What are you making?
It is.
Looks amazing.
The tamarack jacket.
Oh yes, I want to do
By
that.
grain line, yeah.
And I thought, oh, are you going to quilt it?
Yes.
What have you used as your batting?
It is a cotton batting.
Oh, that's lovely. Where have you found that? That's beautiful.
That was from Abbeydale Road, from, you know the name of the shop, don't you?
In Sheffield here.
Patchwork
Garden.
Yeah.
Is that
very
like a
helpful.
Tana lawn?
Yeah, that's a Tana lawn. And I'm not a flowery person, so I'm
It's
quite happy with it on
absolutely
the
gorgeous.
inside.
Yeah.
So,
It's absolutely beautiful.
oh, thank you.
And this lady here is making a pair of self-drafted, no, not a pair, she's not doing the stays yet, she's doing just a corset at the moment. Which book are you using for that?
I am using, and it's lovely, I'm using the Mandy Barrington ones. This is volume 2, there's volume 1 as well, which contains more
And this is
corsets.
for an academic challenge, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's just an academic exercise.
An academic, and I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
So this is
It's amazing.
12 panel mid-bust Victorian 1890s corset.
Gosh, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm stood here staring at that while you're talking. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, I am going to apologise before I go any further because learning to hold the camera with this wonderful device and talk to people at the same time, I'm still a little bit all over the place, but I'm getting better. I know I'm getting better. So just bear with me. Well, part of the day was afternoon tea. It wasn't a full afternoon tea with sandwiches and things, but it was definitely tea and fizz, and there was non-alcoholic fruit-based fizz, and there was fizz and the cakes. I'm going to give a big shout out to Izzy and her team. Now I know that one of the team is called Sophie, and there was another lovely lady as part of this catering team, and boy was this, if I find out her name, I'm going to pop it down the bottom there because she needs an individual shout out. She was phenomenal. She kept the coffee going, she kept the biscuit plate topped up, she kept the cake plate topped up. There was tea, there was water, and she kept taking the cups away and washing them in between doing her own sewing. So it was a day where we all felt so really looked after. So I wandered outside as they were setting up the afternoon tea.
It's good bed, isn't it?
It looks amazing.
Afternoon tea with Izzo Sew.
Say that again, what was that?
Afternoon tea with Izzo Sew.
Izzo Sew. It's lovely. It's amazing.
Lots of nice prosecco and bubbles and drinks
and then we have to do Pilates to work it all off.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
Don't forget about the pattern fabric swap too.
I've done that. I've done that. Now, when we're all out at these events, whether it be just a sewing day, out shopping in a different area, at a quilt festival or a quilt show or a sewing festival or a sewing show, we see people and we think, I know you, I know you, and I know you. And at the pattern and fabric swap tables, I went up to this lady and I said, I'm really sorry. I watch you on YouTube but I've got no idea what your name is. And she said, it's Becky, Judi from Notes from the Sewing Room. And I had to. When we all had had our afternoon tea, I slipped in and I had a lovely little chat with Becky and her friend Camilla. And they were making some beautiful, beautiful things. Here you go. You just keep going. I've got Becky's here. Hello, Becky from Notes from the Sewing Room. Give me a wave. Hi. Hello. And what are you making, Becky?
I'm making the Wilder gown by Friday Pattern Company.
So have you been out there and seen what's waiting for us?
No.
Afternoon tea.
Oh, is it? Oh, lovely.
With bubbles and look, and Camilla's sewing on Camilla's sewing here on the most amazing old Elna sewing machine. I saw the Elna logo and I had to rush over and say to her, I've got an Elna as well, and mine's going like a dream. Do you know how old it is, Camilla?
I think I've had it for 7 years, and it was second-hand, so I'd say maybe 10 years.
So it's likely to be a proper Elna, because it was a proper Elna that'll go forever and ever.
Yeah.
Because my friend, a school friend of mine, Lynn, her mum had an Elna Lotus, and Lynn had an Elna, and it's going to cost more to fix it than anything else. So
Really?
they're just amazing.
I've looked at upgrading, but I can't find anything that sort of does any more than this does for anything like the price.
They are
paid,
amazing
so.
when it's an original Elna, I've been told. And you've got the Viking, the Husqvarna. Yeah, because I learnt on Husqvarna at school.
I love this machine. It's a great, great machine.
I think if I didn't have mine, I'd probably go Viking. Because when I was at school, they were called Vikings.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. I'm just going to stop the chat there between myself, Camilla and Becky, because Camilla picked up the pattern that she was making. It was from one of the Marilla Walker collections. Now, I do hope you can see this beautifully, what she's saying to us. And I want to keep in my chat because I just want to show how wonderful our sewing community is in the UK and around the world. I'm just going to do that. Hold on. It's on there. So you've made the...
I've just made the top from this Marilla Walker
Roberts collection. Can you hold it up, Camilla, and we'll show it? It looks absolutely... Oh, that's amazing.
She's got a really cute label in the top as well.
Nailed it. Is that your own personal one?
No, it's one of the ones from the Kylie and Machine Advent Calendar.
Advent Calendar.
Yeah.
Our friend Ruan likes that one, doesn't she? Now the next person to introduce you to is Shelly. Shelly was doing a real stash UFO busting job, and when she finished the dress, I think the cheer went round the room, and Izzy went out with her to check the final fit. And Shelly came back modelling the dress. Oh, we all cheered, and she's just such a happy, bubbly person. I think you all need to meet Shelly.
64499.
You have finished the birder.
6499.
6499. And tell me, this is a stash buster, I hear.
It is, yeah. It's been in my unfinished objects for about 4 years.
It's a UFO?
It's a UFO.
Oh, wow. And you've used
pockets.
to date, and it has pockets. Did you hear that, Sean? It has pockets. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. It's amazing. Well done.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to stop there. When Shelly packed away, she'd got this most amazing case for her sewing machine. It was like a proper suitcase. And it opened out, so that it opened out like a book. Yeah, opened like a door. So she could put the sewing machine in, then she could shut the door, zip it up, and then another zip opened and it fell forward, and into that bit she could put all her haberdashery and everything. It was like having a mobile sewing cabinet with you. So here's the bit where the sewing machine goes, and here's the bit inside. Isn't it just amazing? Things you can get these days, but I'm not buying one. Yeah. Did send a picture to Loriann though, and sort of suggest, would this be a good idea? So we're coming to the end of the day, and I'm just about to pack up because we have got a Pilates session coming up. But I've done quite a bit on my pattern. I've actually had to cut it all out today. So I'm going to pick up sewing this together during the week because I've got something else to finish tomorrow. So I packed up, started to pack up, and then look what was happening at the end of the table. First sewing day, and Mrs. Q won't stop sewing. I think she's hooked. Oh, the sun went in and changed the lighting. Melanie wouldn't stop. She was just desperately trying to finish this beautiful little dress she'd been working on most of the day for Olivia. It's pack-up time, but somebody is still sewing, trying to get the last little bit done. Aren't we, Mrs. Cornby?
Yes, just nearly there.
She's just nearly there and she won't stop.
Just last pin and then we're done.
This is what happens when you run so much. She's now got to sew so much. She's turning into me, your cloning. If you watch this little clip carefully, you can see behind Melanie, Shelly is packing everything into this glorious suitcase. Everybody's clearing up now. There's the room all tidying up. We're all sort of tidying down now. The pattern stash and the pattern swaps. Sorry, the fabric stash and the pattern swaps. I went out to just show you everything was clearing up. I met Izzy talking to Laura, and I'll let the film run to see what we were saying there. Hello, Laura. Hello. I was just finishing off actually. We've just got the rest of the cakes all being taken home. I've just done the room closing down for today until the next time in 3 months.
It's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
It's been absolutely wonderful, yeah.
So Laura's winding the day up for us.
He's winding
nice
the
relax and stretch session. Yeah.
I know you are taking part, aren't you, Izzy? You're going to unwind, yes.
I need it.
Yeah. Well, I had
got my leggings to change into. I'm going to be all good.
Take out some of the stress, going to release tension, get those
shoulders working. Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. So there you go. That's what happened on the first of my 2 summer sewing days. I've got another sewing day in 2 weeks' time. It's 2 weeks today. It's 2 weeks today, yes. I'm going to sew tune. I'm going to become a sew tuner, and I'm really, really quite excited about going up to that one as well. And Rachel and Ruan are going, but I'm going independently from them because I want to give myself time to sort of stay with the dogs and get them walked and then get back a little bit earlier. But I'm really looking forward to meeting all the sewers up there, and yesterday's meetup was it just blew me. I felt honoured and privileged to be there. It was to be part of all of that lovely banter. That's the only way I can describe it. And the helpfulness. And from what I've read about Tamlyn's retreats, weekend day retreat things, the same thing happens there. If somebody needs help, you just stop what you're doing and go and help. I mean, I could have done more, but Kathy, opposite me, needed a lot of help and support because she was new to sewing. That's fine. That's what it's all about. That's how sewing was always passed on, from one generation to the next. That's it, passed down from generation to generation. And that is now achieved more through days like the day that Tamlyn is organising, the day that Izzy organised, and that anybody else organises that we go along to. This is how we can promote sewing. The Sewing Bee can do so much, but by promoting quality days within the community, we can grow sewing. I know we can grow sewing. I'm going to put it out there that there will be a running so-and-so sew day before Christmas. I need to get in touch with the village hall and decide exactly what I'm going to do. I've already spoken to the village hall and I've already lined up a fabric store to come along on the day. What we're going to do, I don't know. And I might just run it very similar to Izzy's, but on a much smaller scale. Probably more like Tamlyn's day. Unless I can persuade our local dance teacher to come in and do a little relaxation at the end of the day. But there you go. Advance notice, everybody. You heard it here first. There will be something in my local village hall. What form it'll take, I don't know. But just wait and see, because it's coming. I do hope you've enjoyed coming along with me today for my tour to Izzo Sew's Sew Day over in Sheffield. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. And all being well, you never know, I might get that Friday sews up this week, because I have actually made quite a bit this week. I've done quite a bit of sewing which I need to share with. So for now, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, do give my vlog a little like. Click the subscribe button and join me on my journey. If you want to support me in my YouTube journey, I do have a Ko-fi account. It's just in the description box there. I don't say much about it. I've had it there for quite a while. It's just a little way of supporting us if you've really enjoyed what you've seen. And if you are new to my channel, because I've had a bit of a flurry of new subscribers following the weekend I had with Loriann and Larry. So thank you ever so much. Welcome aboard, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care then. Bye bye.